And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Right to the air is Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's got the Hall of Famer, Fred Biletnikoff, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller. A 24-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A give for Dillon running right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon from 17 yards out. And the Packers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
7-7, our score after one. On second down, another run for Dillon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he's going to have the Packers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. Steps away. That'll be complete to Donald Driver. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So he gets caught trying to extend the play, and he ends up watching them score on an interception instead.
And what's the old proverb, Brandon? Discretion is the better part of valor. Certainly applies here. You have to admire what he tried to do, extending the play and trying to make something happen. But he definitely needed discretion. Throw it away, run it, do anything other than throw that pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Johnson goes in motion left. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 107 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll try the left side with Dillon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll run a toss here with Dillon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Tackle for loss by Lawrence Taylor.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Rolling to his right. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll roll him out right. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Jackson on first down, sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the mess... There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. Fred Biletnikoff, 79 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 221 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, 52 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Crosby with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And some room to roam now. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it?
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And so close. He gets it to the